What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here, and you are now tuning into a new video on my channel. Before we get all into the topic for today, I'd love it if you did a few things. Hit the like button, subscribe button, share button, and bell icon so you get notifications for whenever I come out with new content on this channel. And then when you are finished watching this video, I'd love it if you left me a comment below. That way I can get back to whatever it is that you had to say about today's topic. Y'all are in for a treat. This is the last video of 2024. I want to tackle the last video request that was given to me on my Instagram page. Somebody wanted me to talk about the day in the life of Cool Colas. So let's get into it. I saved this topic for last because it was very personal. I want to go into how my life is really about the everyday balance of being a content creator while also being a working black man. And this is important to talk about because a lot of y'all are trying to find that balance. You're trying to find a way to have your work life and then be able to have your your content and you're being a creator and having a side business and that type of thing. So a lot of people are trying to find that balance, and that's something that I am actively digging into every single day. One of the things that I have said to you all a few times was that whenever you get into any type of job or career or whatever the case may be, it's important to use that as somewhat of an apprenticeship. Try to get the skills that you can acquire on those jobs and then take those things and use them to create something outside of that job. So that may mean some type of business, or there may be some type of product that you might create, or whatever the case may be. But whatever skills that you are acquiring on the job that you are in, you want to take those and use it to do something constructive outside of that job. You do not want to just spend your time, especially as a black person, working for somebody and making their dream continue to flourish while putting yours to the side. It's very important that we do this as black people. And I bring this up because this is a big part of something that has gone on with me for years. I used to think that the job that I do right now has nothing to do with the work that I do on the outside. It has nothing to do with the content that I create on social media. As I really took a deep look at what I do here on social media and then my actual work that I do for work, I realized that these two things are actually very heavily intertwined. So it's important for us to do something constructive and to try to create things from, the things that we learn at our jobs. When it comes to my working schedule, I am a work from home type of dude, and I'm currently working from home, and I love it. I don't know about y'all, but I love it. Matter of fact, if I could have it this way for every single job that I did, then I would absolutely have it this way. For me, it's a big thing about being disciplined. I have to have a tight schedule. One big part of my job, because I manage other people, is keeping up with other people's schedules and scheduling them for certain things while also keeping up with things that are related to the administrative part of my job versus my actual work. The point I'm trying to make here is that I do a lot of scheduling in my job, and I have to have that same mindset when it comes to my personal life. So it's very important for me to schedule things with people. I'm not super spontaneous when it comes to my schedule unless I literally just have nothing planned. And even then, I'm the type of person that likes to use that downtime to either rest, chill, relax, do self-care, or spend it with family. I'm also a husband, and I have a wife that I love so much, and she's like my best friend. So I very much enjoy spending time with her and building our empire together. My wife is my queen. So I spend a lot of time that when I'm not working and not doing content creation, spending time with her, because I want to invest in her, not just from a financial and from a building type of standpoint, but also when it comes to that quality time. But regardless, this is something that I actually thoroughly enjoy. You know, my life is, again, a mix, just like everybody else's lives, of trying to keep a great balance of doing the work that I do for my job while also creating content for you all, brainstorming ideas, doing self-care, taking care of myself, obviously, as well, too. But then also just being a good family man. You know, this is something that is valuable to me. Everybody's a little bit different, but some people like to separate the work that they do, whether it's the work that they do for their career or whether it's what they do for their business. They like to separate that from who they are as a person. For me, there may be a few things that may be tweaked and may be changed and whatnot, but I'm pretty much the same person no matter where I go. You know, I'm a very versatile individual, so there's a lot of different sides to me, you know? And so I say all that to basically say that I think my worlds have pretty much almost totally blended. Like, I'm keeping certain things separate from each other, but at the same time, I'm also just myself. You know, this is something that I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about the Black community. I'm very passionate about nerdy endeavors. I'm very passionate about, you know, creating my own comic empire, my own, comic books, my own books, and entertainment sector. So that's something that I'm going to be talking about no matter what. Whenever somebody asks me what my passions are, and what are the things that, you know, fuel me. Obviously, I don't have the same conversation with every single person, and I use discernment to figure out, you know, what types of conversations to have with certain people, what certain things to share. But regardless, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm myself no matter where I am. One of the things that I realize is that a lot of the people who I talk to, they're trying to do the same thing as me, but I believe that they struggle with it a bit more because a lot of people, they go to work, they have their career, they get home and they're like, I'm so tired. And I've talked to a few other people on Instagram, and they've talked to me about how they have certain projects that they want to work on and certain things that they want to get popping, but they can't because they're just too exhausted. But my advice to an individual who really wants to kind of get things popping is to literally create a schedule and also to have discipline. These are things that are super, super important because they help you to stay consistent with your goal until you reach it. So one of the things that I would say for an individual who is struggling with trying to be organized is to, like I said, keep a schedule, keep a calendar, write things down, put what times that you're going to do certain things, and also be realistic about the time that you spend doing certain things. As far as the discipline part, you know, that's not something that I can obviously teach, but the one thing that I would say is remember every time when you are doing something how you are not where you want to be yet. And use that as motivation as fuel to basically say, if I want my situation to change, then I'm going to have to keep doing things to get to the goal. For those of you all who get tired after work, the main thing that I recommend is taking a nap. I mean, shit, take a nap and lay down for a little bit and then work on your project or whatever it is that you're passionate about as soon as you wake up from that nap. And make sure that you spend that time only doing that with no distraction. So if you need to go to a coffee shop, if you need to be in a room alone, if you need to be in your car, whatever the case may be, use that time without distractions to start taking care of the things that you are passionate about. Because what you'll notice is that if you do little by little, either each day or each week or whatever works for you, you're going to notice that you're creating consistency. And you almost want to make it to the point where it's like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. As far as taking care of myself, I'm a clean dude. Matter of fact, I'm a neat freak. I do not like dirty things, messy things, smelly things. My wife is even worse, to be quite honest with you. When it comes to cooking, I like to cook sometimes. She likes to cook sometimes, you know. I'm kind of off of it right now, but for a while I was doing a diet where I was only eating vegetables on the weekdays, and then on the weekends I was basically eating whatever I want besides pork, because I do not fuck with the swine. Anybody who knows me knows that if you try to put a piece of bacon in my face, I'm gonna be like, hell no, get that shit out of here. But that's also important to me, is to stay as healthy as possible. Obviously, there are times where we fall off. There's times where I've fallen off as well too, including right now I'm trying to get back up to speed. But, it's important for me to be healthy and to take care of, my health, especially while I'm still young, while I'm still in my mid 30s. It's also very important for me to make sure that me and my wife are taking care of each other, and that I'm leading by example. And the things that I do, I'm showing how I want our family to function as well. So that's very, big for me, is being able to have a good balance. Like I said, being able to be scheduled enough that I know the things that are going on, having time for content creation, having time to brainstorm ideas, having time to do something that is, like I said, fun, that I actually enjoy, even if it's just for an hour. And then also being able to just take care of myself. When it comes to leisure and self-care and those types of things for me, I like to do a variety of different things. I like to play video games. I like to binge watch even sometimes, different shows and movies and things like that. I like to have, good company every now and again and whatnot. I love to travel. I love to try new foods. I love to do all different types of things that are, interesting and fun. Every now and again, you may catch me drawing a little bit too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm definitely into, but I use the time that I have, the free time I have, to do things that are meaningful and that are intentional. Because one of the things that I hate the most is to feel like I'm wasting my time. So I'm the type of person where if I'm not really feeling up to it, I don't feel obligated to answer my phone. I don't feel obligated to answer text messages and things like that, especially if I'm in that space of chilling and trying to do things for myself, because I do so many things on the regular and I spend so much time working. Because again, I have my regular job, and then I'm also doing work even after my job is done. So I really spend a crap ton of time trying to make sure that I'm providing valuable content on my platforms, while also trying to be, to maintain my work status, while also at the same time trying to be a normal, functional dude who's just enjoying life. I'm also a hustler. Every now and again, I may pick up a little side hustle here or there to make a little quick extra money to try to fuel some of the things that I'm doing. I have been given some advice to cut back on that actually a little bit, because it's taken away from the other things that I want to do. But it is important for me to have, a little bit of extra change on the side, and to always find, different hustles and things like that I actually enjoy doing. And there's a few out there that I really, really like. I won't go into all of them, but basically, I like to do things such as like mystery shopping. I think I've talked about that before. It's a very, good, it's a very lucrative side hustle. And it's actually something that you can do based off of your schedule. So I like kind of like the free flowing idea that I can kind of create my schedule based off of what works best for me. It's very important for me to have a good amount of control over my time and the things that I do with it. So that's another thing about me, is that I love to kind of get into new side hustle endeavors and things that are going to make me money, but also have a certain level of enjoyment and fulfillment as well too. All right, y'all. So that's all I got for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Like I said, this is the last video of 2024. You will be seeing some changes on this channel coming soon in 2025. So I definitely hope that you stay tuned for more content, because there's definitely going to be a lot more to come. And we're going to make sure that we're bringing this new year in a great and efficient way. And there's going to be loads of content, because like I said, I still got a bunch of videos that I need to do. But ultimately, stay tuned, because this definitely is going to be a channel you're going to want to make sure you continue to tune into. I will be talking to y'all in the next year, and I hope y'all have a great one. Peace.